Hi, and welcome to Tom's Kitchen. Tonight, here in my kitchen in Budapest, we're going to be cooking, of all things, Mexican fajitas. This is a fajita recipe that I found on the internet that is really good. And it's very simple and quick to make. The way it works is this. The ingredients, you take, usually if I'm having one person for dinner, I'll take chicken and I'll cut it into thin strips like this. And then I take some bell peppers, or as they say here in Budapest, it's California paprika. And we have, of course, our tortillas, whole wheat, of course. And we have some yellow onions that are cut up into nice slices. And then here is this is the fajita seasoning mix for the recipe. And then we'll put in some salsa and a little sour cream, and I've got some guacamole dip. So, with all that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to take the chicken, and tonight I'm actually going to use a wok. I don't know if you can zoom in on this a little bit, but so I'm just going to add the chicken into the wok, and you can hear it sizzling there. Okay, so I'm just going to get that all nice and just mix it around a little bit. Okay, and just heat that up. I've got it on a relatively high temperature. Now while that is heating, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be getting ready for the fajita, or the tortillas. So I'm going to use a pan like this. Normally I would use this for the fajita mix and not a wok, but I'm going to use this. I'm just going to put a tortilla in here, and I'm going to turn on the other oven, or the other stove top, I should say, and I'm going to put that up on high, and I'm just going to let that heat up. So the chicken is cooking. I'm going to let that heat up for a little bit, and then once the chicken is cooked, then we'll come back and we'll continue with the recipe, okay? So I'll be back in a minute. Oh, hello. Sorry. A little bit hungry. Welcome back. So the chicken's been cooking for a little while, and you can see it's pretty much cooked through. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to take the seasoning mix, and we're just going to sprinkle the seasoning mix, and I'll make sure that you get the ingredients for the seasoning mix at the end of the video. So you just sprinkle the seasoning mix in, just kind of like that. Once you have that mixed in, you take 1/3 of a cup of water, pour that around. Now I've got that going, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take both the California paprika and also the onion, and I'm going to mix it all in there real nice. And I've got this on a high heat, and I'm just going to let these cook for probably about 10 minutes until the peppers and the onions get really well cooked. So you just got to mix it. You really want to mix it well and get the seasoning all throughout. Now while this is cooking, you can hear that sizzle, huh? It sounds good. It smells good. And while that's cooking, I've got my tortilla over here, and that's getting nice and hot. So I'm going to leave this, and this is kind of a slow way to do the tortillas. In Mexico, they would actually do this right over an open flame. They would just take the tortilla and put it right over the open flame. So now this tortilla is ready, and I'm going to take that out and put the next one in. And that's about it. So I'm going to have just a little bit more of my guacamole dip. As they say here in Budapest, nagyon finom. So we'll be right back in 2 minutes when Okay, I think it's about dinner time. So the fajita seasoning has really saturated in with all the meat and the vegetables. And I've got a couple tortillas, they're all ready. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this and make sure I turn off the stove. Alright, now I'm going to take this mix here you get a good shot of that. Okay, now I'm just going to take some of this. You got to be careful not to put too much on the tortilla, or it'd be real difficult to eat. This is a messy dinner, by the way. It's pretty. It can be pretty messy, so bring plenty of napkins with you. Okay, so we put this all on here, and just like that. I need to get a little more peppers and onions into this, just like that. There you go. Okay, so we got that all set up, and now I'm going to take a little teapot. I always have a hard time pronouncing this word. I think it's teapot or something like that, but it's sour cream. Okay, so you know, good luck trying to pronounce this if you come to Hungary. So I'm going to take a little bit of the teapot. All right, and I'm going to come in and spread this right on there. And the same thing here, just spread, you know, a fair amount. Okay. And now I'm going to take a little salsa mix and just kind of spread that on. Okay, this is actually my camera person's, not cameraman's, my camera woman. There's a camera woman behind the camera there. This is her first time at having Mexican fajitas. So with that being said, we're going to go in and sit down and eat, and we'll see how she likes them, all right? So let's go on into the other room. So here we are at the dinner table, and dinner is served. So one thing that's really important about eating fajitas is knowing how to eat them. And there's a little bit of you got to get used to it, or else if you don't do it right, it's not only going to get all over the place, it's going to get all over your face. So the way that you want to eat the fajita is this. You want to take this on the sides, and you want to turn it in just a little bit, and then you want to bring it up like this, and just kind of roll it over so it's almost like a burrito. And there you go. You've got your nice little fajita going there. So with all that being said, I'm not going to keep talking while I'm eating. I want to wish you farewell from Budapest, and I hope you have a great day wherever you are. And take good care.